Namaste, friends. Welcome to Gyan Ganga Words of Wisdom on our Virat Hindustan Sangam VHS social media channels. As you know, every Sunday we have this program at 8 p.m. Today we have a very special discussion on Rahul Gandhi's US visit, lies, damn lies, betrayal. And in the next 45 minutes, we will be discussing this topic with Dr. Subramaniam Swamy and Sree Iyer of PGurus. As you know, he was there on our last program. He is based in the US and has a ringside view of the Rahul Gandhi visit, and he is based in the East Coast, and he is based on the West Coast, sorry, and he will uh, give us his inputs on these visits and all that what happened there. And I have to thank my co-host, Dr. Arvind Chaturvedi, and Sri Ramesh Swamy, who is also based in the US, and we'll have his inputs on the visit. Although there was a lot of pressure to change the topic, but as we had already decided, and this was a topical issue, although there was pressure to have the railway accident, the unfortunate railway accident in Odisha, we have kept it for another day because we will get more details on what led to the accident and other things. So we'll have a more meaningful discussion on another date to discuss about the railway accident. So today we will be discussing the Rahul Gandhi US visit, lies, damn lies, and betrayal. I have to inform our viewers and thank them for their support. Our last episode on the National Herald case, as I mentioned, which Sree Iyer and Dr. Swamy discussed, we had a viewership of 1,62,781 viewers across the globe and on various social media channels. As you know, we are not just on YouTube, we are on Facebook, Spaces, and many podcasts and other Instagram and other channels, so that for the benefit of the viewers who are in different uh, channels and they like to watch us on different platforms, we have this facility. So with these words, I thank our technical team led by Ashish Shetty, Tejas Navalgul, Ishwar Iyer, Swaminathan, Rakesh Gadgi, Ajesh Nair, and Vishal Mehta for their weekly inputs to put this program together. With this, it is over to Dr. Swamy to initiate today's discussion on this betrayal, lies, and damn lies of Rahul Gandhi. Over to Dr. Swamy.
Well, first of all, thanks to Sree Iyer to come here. He is in California, where Mr. Rahul Gandhi made his first stopover, and he has his own detective instincts are always very powerful, as shown by the book he wrote on National Herald case. So we asked him. I asked him particularly that whether he has been following this. He said, "Yes, I am compelled to follow it because it's all over. It's all Indians only involved largely." And so I asked him to invite him to come over. He's agreed, and thank you very much. I have only a few words to say because the whole country wants to know what's going on in the United States of America vis-a-vis Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and you're the best person to give a perspective on it. I'll just say this, that I came into the picture because in 2014, the Patiala House Magistrates Court had declared that they had a prima facie case and committed a crime in the National Herald case in trying to grab it. Now, you see, in the sections that I have quoted, one section is called a heinous crime, that is cheating, and it is 7 years. And I have hesitated so far because I didn't have evidence, but now I've got evidence. I might bring in another fifth section, which is 409 of the IPC, which calls for life imprisonment. So, I mean, just don't think that it's an economic, crime.
Crime.
Yeah, you just pay some fine and go away. These are very serious matters, and they affect our national security also. So therefore, we have that case. Then you see, there was a technicality that I had wanted a document which is in the hands of the government, and the other side was very, these documents are documents like the income tax, judgment that they had cheated on income tax, which is not part of my petition or my prosecution, but it's still there and it's an independent thing. Same thing with the fact that they took money from a Hawala racket company. That's also a big thing, which is also where they have been investigated on my insistence by writing to the Enforcement Directorate. So I was waiting for all those to come, and then the corona came. And so there's been some delay, but now very soon we are starting it all over again with speed. And I hope by December, January, we should be in the final stages of this case. So this case has now become very important. And yesterday, when I was in Indore, some middle class man walked up to me when I sat in the car to go somewhere, and he stopped me and said, "Can I say one word?" I said, "Yes, please do." He said, "When you people came to power, Mr. Modi promised I will just do this, do that, etc. He hasn't done a damn thing. There's only one case, and that is National Herald case, and that is because of you, not because of him." Tell him that. So I was very flattered. Yes, but we are doing it for the country, and this is very important. And Sree Iyer has already written a book. So over to Mr. Iyer to tell us what is going on, because in the in the court, when he wanted a passport for 10 years, which, by the way, this fellow RaGa got 10 years. So many other criminals got years because nobody opposed it. In my case, they had to send me, asked me to come and appear, and I opposed it. I gave reasons. I said you should get only 1 year, but then the court agreed to give 3 years, whereas they wanted 10 years. So now there were a lot of restrictions. You can't do this, you can't do this. So altogether, I would like Sree Iyer to speak as freely as he wants and as long as he wants, because he's right there on the battlefield. So over to Mr. Iyer.
Thank you, Dr. Swamy, and hello and welcome to all viewers of VHS India, Virat Hindustan Sangam, as well as PGurus. This video is being simulcast on both the channels, Virat Hindustan Sangam as well as PGurus, and also on various platforms, including Twitter Spaces. I think I can be corrected if Spaces is not working, but more or less we tend to get about 200,000 views very easily, Dr. Swamy, and it's because of the fact that we are now some of the few who are actually pointing towards the truth. Our compass always points to the truth, and it may not be palatable to some, but that is not our job. At least I don't consider that my job. I want to say it as the way I see it. So let's start. I have a small slide deck covering all the different things that Mr. Rahul Gandhi has done thus far. And here we go. So he has, as far as I know, 3 passports. And Dr. Swamy, we'll come back to this at the end of the presentation, and we can start from here. You can tell us, where is Rahul Vinci's passport? Where is Rahul Gandhi British passport? Just 1 minute to summarize all that stuff. But the first one under his name now is only for 3 years, which is what Dr. Swamy said, because of the fact that he opposed him getting a 10-year term. I haven't read the submission of Congress to the court as to whether they said that his visit to the United States was sponsored by the Stanford University. It has to be very carefully parsed. If they said just that, if they just said sponsored by the Stanford University, then they would be in error. And I'm going to prove that in just a moment through my slides. So this is where things stand. So I'm going to walk day by day what happened thus far, so you guys get an idea of what are all the different events he has been part of. On May 30th, 2023, he landed around 8:30 in the morning He took a couple of garlands. There were many more waiting to garland him, give him bouquets. He just whizzed through all that stuff and got into the car and drove away. I mean, these are all simple things, niceties. It would have been nice if he had just stood for another 30, 40 seconds or 1, 2, 3 minutes, whatever, to get all these people, give them, the photographs and things like that. But anyway, he drove off. Around 11:30 or so, he landed at the University of California, Santa Cruz. This is 50 miles away from the Silicon Valley, but they have some sort of an extension building in the Silicon Valley, and that's where he was sitting down for a talk with a professor, Arondekar. And this professor, very interestingly, when she started introducing, she thanked this gentleman. His name is Talat Hassan. He's a venture capitalist. And there's a reason why I'm mentioning this. He is one of the patrons of the University of California at Santa Cruz. Now, there are several patrons, and not all of them are Muslim. There are many Hindu patrons also. Yet, this was deliberately mentioned. See, why I'm saying this is many are actually getting sucked into a narrative that the Congress thinks they can sell to the entire India. For example, let's take one quick line. As the Karnataka elections were heating up, the Congress said that if we come to power, we will ban Bajrang Dal. Knowing fully well a state government cannot ban an organization, they made that statement. And immediately BJP jumped on it, saying that, oh, how could you disrespect Hanuman, this, that, all that stuff. They went on a rant. I can only say that. They thought that, yes, we have now Congress on the mat. Unfortunately, that was a dog whistle for somebody else, and it came at somebody else's expense. It came at the expense of Janata Dal. Janata Dal lost big because what used to happen was the Muslim vote used to be split between Congress and Janata Dal. And when Muslim vote understood that these guys are going to really ban Bajrang Dal, really you can do that? I mean, nobody's going to ask all these questions. Oh, the PFI is banned, Bajrang Dal is banned. Same to same. That all good. So this is what really happened. The oxygen got sucked out of your good friend and his son's wins, Dr. Swamy, and they have lost big. Now, take a step back and think. Maybe the think tank in Congress felt, okay, let us play this thing up. Let us try and see if we can really, really go after the messaging in the US by aligning ourselves with known Muslim organizations. There are lots of Hindus. Nobody seems to have been contacted. From what I can see, everywhere I turn, I'm only seeing a specific set of people from a specific community behind this whole thing. So this is something that is of concern, because what it seems to be is the Congress now believes that it can take the votes of other regional parties who used to hang their hat on the Muslim vote, such as Samajwadi Party, TMC, DMK, and even CPIM in Kerala. So now they need to be the ones who need to be worried. How do we counter this? They already have one of their own wounded and bleeding profusely, Janata Dal. So this seems to be the plan, and they are continuously going after this whole trip, doing the same thing, Dandora pitting, and they are also placing religion over region. This is a very dangerous trend, and I'll explain what I mean by that in just one moment. So this trip, can we turn off the message please, because it is cutting off. Yeah. So this was on 30th evening, and this was a meeting that took place in a Marriott hotel. It had space for about 1,200 people, but only about 400 or 500 showed up. And if you notice closely, Rahul Gandhi was actually wearing a bottu, a kumkum bottu. And suddenly he wants to be something else that he is not. I mean, the man doesn't even understand the simple things that you would do if you are part of a Hindu puja. And suddenly you try to put him a jano, you say he's a Kaul Brahmin, this, that. I mean, this whole thing is like painting lipstick on a pig. It doesn't work. I'm not saying anybody is anything. I'm just saying this. I'm just changing a verse here. That's all. So this is what he did. And you can see that the halls were pretty much empty. And the people who were there, they didn't really know what they were sitting there for. I mean, I'll give you an example here. I'm just going to play a quick national anthem that got played. Can you play? you cut off the last part. It got cut off. She said that this is only a mic test.
No, this is a mic check, mic check. Please.
Okay, it's done. Padmini?
Okay, so this was not a mic test. They were trying to do something. It didn't come off because many from other nationalities other than India were buzzed in. This is somebody who made an observation, but you can clearly see that this is what I mean by religion over region. They just wanted to fill the halls, and they wanted to show that Rahul Gandhi can also draw a crowd. Again, the whole messaging is not aimed towards the armed Indian, it is aimed towards a particular community. This is how I see it, Dr. Swamy. You can agree with me, disagree with me. This is how I see it. And let's go to the next day, because it got even more obvious. So this was the 30th. On the 31st, in the morning, he went to have an informal meeting with some professors at the Stanford University. I believe there were 12 of them. And this was also organized by one of the VCs of Stanford area. And in there were a mix of people, some anti-India, some pro, and some neutral. All people were there, and something.
No. One interruption. This is not a Stanford University function.
It was not a Stanford University function. It was just a formal get-together for tea. Like you and I could be going to, have a tea in one of the halls in Stanford. That was all it was. And an informal meeting of people. And in the afternoon, on the same day, 31st May, he had one building called the CDDRL building. And there he had this talk called the New Global Equilibrium. And this is also more of a fireside chat. How much of it was talk and how much of it was fireside chat, only those people who went there can tell. But again, the same things were mentioned. India bashing, he also mentioned about the Wrestler Federation. It's just all over the place, always trying. He also poked fun at Narendra Modi for doing Sashtang Namaskar during the parliament, where he was actually did a Sashtang Dandavat in front of the scepter or the Sengol. But this man himself has done the same thing. And the point I'm trying to make is, the whole thing, you go step back and look at it, what is he really aiming at? He's trying to say, elect me to power. I want 150 seats. If I get 150 seats, then I will be the one who will be running the government in 2024. And for that, this is what I want you to do. These are the things that are being said without being said. Now, next, I want to just put this disclaimer. I spoke with somebody who is very much part of the Stanford University ecosystem. And this is a general observation that unless the Stanford University itself writes on its letterhead where the CEO or the chairman sends a letter, I think you've got several such invitations, Dr. Swamy, where you go for a speaking engagement. That's the only thing you do. I mean, that is, you can meet other things, but the official engagement is in that they'll be like, please give us a date. We will be covering your expenses. You will be staying with us. Everything is there. To the day, it is all managed. Nothing of that sort took place. Around middle of May, there was a letter that was sent by the CDRL. This is just an institute. This is a research institute. It gets funding from somewhere. And these people were the ones who actually invited him for a talk. In between these two, he also went to an incubator, which interestingly, again, the person who runs that is of an origin of religion that is not Hindu. I've said enough. Again, this part is very strange to me as to why you deliberately are choosing one particular community. They have done well. Nothing wrong against that. But what happened to of the 4 million Indian American diaspora? I mean, a big percentage are Hindus. Why are you trying to completely ignore them? Because the ones that he actually did not ignore, this is somebody who is very, very controversial. She's one of the founders of the organization called Hindus for Human Rights. If you think it is for Hindus, you are wrong. The thing is, this is actually sponsored by IAMC, this alphabet soup of organizations that are operating in the United States. They'll have the Muslim word, they'll have sometimes Indian American, they'll have the America word, and they'll just come up, conjure with all sorts of alphabet letters. IAMC, Indian American Muslim Council, ISNA, Islamic Society of North America, Islamic Council of North America, X, Y, Z. And one of the things that they founded is this thing called Hindus for Human Rights. You know the real intent of this organization when you look at the board of HFHR. Dr. Swamy and viewers, you'll be shocked to know the board of Hindus for Human Rights has no Hindu, only Muslims. That gives the game away, and they are very blatant about it. In fact, after this meeting, she met, this is the other person who works at Hindus for Human Rights, Riya Chakraborty, and this meeting took place in Hudson Institute. For those of you who don't know, Hudson Institute is very closely aligned with the Department of State in the United States, and sometimes you can say that, you know, whatever messaging they want to do, they may do it using this institute. I'm not casting any aspersions. I'm not saying Blinken said go bash up India or something like that, but that's their track record. You take it or not, leave it, it's up to you. Anyway, so in this, there was your good friend, Dr. Swamy, Mr. Satyan Pitroda, sitting by the side of Aparna Pandey, who is from Hudson Institute, and there is Rahul Gandhi. So every place you will see Sam Pitroda shepherding Rahul Gandhi, trying to see if he can cover up for some of the intended, unintended gaffes that might happen. Real story here is everywhere the same bashing that minorities are under threat. And look at this. This is today, 4th. And they are going to be in New York at 𝙤𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙥𝙤 Convention Center. And look at this advertisement that they have given out. People are saying, contact us at all these masjids. We are providing buses from here to take you to New York City. And this is not one region. This is not Indian American Muslim churches. In fact, I think the Indian American Muslims are just as hardworking as the other Indian Americans, because most of them have done well in their professions. You see, what I'm trying to say is this is trying to do some sort of a dog whistling to say that you shall vote for us. Because if you look at some of the organizers, these are all dubious records. Here is one person who is led by a Pakistani-born imam, Jawad Ahmed of ICNA, I told you, Islamic Council of North America. Another one has been a big supporter of Syed Sahabuddin Ahmed of Kashmir. See, I can go on. See, it is all completely open. They are not even trying to hide the fact that they are essentially trying to take a one-sided narrative and just going with it. The intent here is to try and tell all dear brothers and sisters of the Muslim community of India, vote for us and we will teach Modi a lesson. In fact, I think what they're saying is we will teach Hindus a lesson. But this is very dangerous. This man, I don't know how much Hindu he knows. He makes this ridiculous comparison. Hindu is Gandhi, Hindutva is 𝗤𝙬𝙤. Nonsense. Whoever wrote that needs his head examined first. I'm hoping that your good friend Jairam Ramesh didn't come up with that line, sir, because that means MIT should be withdrawing their PhD. So here you can see more and more programs that are being done in that Hudson Institute. Policy directive people, they were talking, and these are all some of the people who are organizing this stuff. Look at the Hindus for Human Rights tweet. They're openly saying that IIMC, we are thanking you for making this happen. And if you look at the IIMC's predecessors, they actually engaged a US lobby firm, paying them over $50,000 for lobbying the USCIRF to write an adverse report against India in 2013-14. And this was during the UPA term. So this is amazing. Mr. Rahul Gandhi should know that these people were sticking it to him. And now you're going and hobnobbing with them. I mean, what kind of, you have to have somewhere, you have to have something called as usul. You have to have some morals, some stand. These people actually conspired against you. Your mother was the de facto prime minister, even though she was not prime minister in the title. And these guys just keep on going, doing things. And the IIMC is one of the most dubious organizations. Its executive director, Rashid Ahmed, actually conspired to siphon away money that was gathered from all people all over the world to help procure oxygen cylinders during the second wave of COVID, when India was really reeling. And much of that money has been siphoned away for, you guessed it, the Lashkar-e-Toibas and Jaish-e-Mohammeds in Pakistan, and this is a case that is going through now. I don't know where that will end, but this has been proven, and I have a different video on that. You guys can take a look at it. I wanted to just say that to kind of explain to you, this is the group of Imana of North America, ANA, I think Indian Muslims or something like that. So these are the people who said that we are collecting money to send oxygen tanks and the controlled defibrillators for India during the second wave, and much of that money got siphoned off. I have again got a separate video. You can take a look at that. So long and short of it is, they are all at the confluence of Jamaat and Muslim Brotherhood. These people have been they've been known for this many years now. It's all, you can go on Google and you can find out. And yet they want to, we can close the slide now. Thank you. So they are part of these organizations, and you're by blatantly aligning, what is the message you are conveying to the world, Rahul Gandhi? That it is okay for terrorism to exist, that you will ban Bajrang Dal if you are going to come to power, and you already made a mess of the RTE. You also wanted to bring a communal law. I mean, what else are you planning on doing in your bloody kitchen? I'm sorry to use a unparliamentary word. So this is the danger that India is in, and Indians are, they are still thinking that, okay, I'll get 5,000 rupees free and then I will vote for XYZ. Dr. Swamy, you have done so much work in electronic voting machines. I have one small request. When they count these things, they actually mention which booth number the votes were cast in. So these guys can do a return on investment calculation. I paid money here. How many votes? How many voted for me? And if they didn't get the votes, they can go after the residents. I think, sir, in a constituency, you need to scramble the numbers. They should not know which booth number. And because it's really important that at this point of time, when so much money is sloshing about in election, you need to be able to curtail this, at least preserve the people who may have had a different thought than voting for the person who gave them the largest amount of bribe. So I want to go back and put one question for you, Dr. Swamy, and that is in this slide. I'm done with my part, and I'm going to put up this. Can we have the slide back, please? Yes. So, Dr. Swamy, you only took care of the first passport of Rahul Gandhi, that too for 3 years. Sir, kindly enlighten us, where is Rahul Vinci, also an Indian passport? This was issued in the 90s. I have written a story in PGurus.com where the IAS officer was told just to obey instructions when he complained, saying that only one passport can be given per citizen. By the way, this is not an unusual occurrence. Madam Priyanka Vadra had 5 director identification numbers. 5.
Yes.
And Mr. Jaitley came to her rescue. Oh my God, there are so many friends of Congress in BJP, yet BJP thinks that they are the ones who are the custodians of Hinduism. I mean, this is one of the biggest jokes. The joke is on us, all those poor Hindus who think that BJP is their party. Anyway, I rest my case. Dr. Swamy, you can take forward. What is the status of Rahul Vinci passport? He could have used that to come abroad. Why does he not do that?
Well, first of all, I don't think that anyone has taken that passport away. But it was used like this. He flies to Turkey, and there he's got an establishment. I won't mention what kind of establishment Turkey is famous for. And then after a couple of days there, he then goes on forward to other parts of Europe and so on this Rahul Vinci passport. So that obviously this time, because I made these nasty cracks in the court, I think he has gone via California, and anyway, I'm via the east to go to California straight. And we are watching it very closely. So if I get any indication that he has used this, I will certainly take it up at the next hearing, because this hearing will continue till my National Herald case is over. And once that is over, I expect that I won't need any of this, because they will be right inside the jail.
Sir, even the British passport, that was way back in 2007 when he did as company secretary of back off. He himself signed it saying that I'm a British citizen. And I know UK is not going to take suo moto action and say, yes, this is his passport details, this is what it is. They are not going to do that.
No. Sorry, I'm stopping you. It was sent to our Indian embassy. Indian embassy took it up and they confirmed that all these documents are genuine. And still they have not taken action. And by the way, one of our panelists, I don't know whether you would like me to name him, was responsible for pulling out all this due to his computer genius, knowledge of that technology. So I have to really thank him, but I don't want to get him into trouble, so I won't name him.
I have no problem. I never said that I'm going. Yeah, I have no problem.
So this is company house, sir. Anybody can download the document.
Yeah.
Even today, I believe it is still there.
Dr. Swamy,
somebody to look at company house. See, I didn't look at it.
Yes.
He looked.
Yes.
You just have to wait to look. But at the end of the day, he declared himself to be a British citizen.
Yes.
Which I didn't do anything. I'm not creating any, cooking up anything. It was his own stupidity. Like he's saying that I am a British. You can look at this, Dr. Swamy. Rahul Gandhi, 51 South Street, Winchester, nationality British, company director, company secretary, same address, Rahul Gandhi. I mean, what else do you expect? How more blatant can you get than this?
And Mr. Amit Shah is sitting on it.
You have written multiple emails. Okay, this is the latest one, and nothing. I mean, I'll just show you one last screen, and then we're good to go. And then I don't. Here you go, Dr. Swamy. This you wrote in 2016. First of all, you raised this in 2015 because I remember very clearly. I have the dates as to when we corresponded and create the whole case. You had a press conference, and you wrote this to Colonel Singh on 16th. Nothing has transpired beyond this. Zero. In spite of the fact, Dr. Swamy, that Rahul Gandhi not only violated, we don't know how much money he earned from this back ops. It has not been declared in his election affidavit. He did not even declare that this company existed in his election affidavit, in spite of the fact they allowed him to continue. And now, for some very stupid reason, some court says that he's disqualified. And such an egregious thing that he's done, that he's got multiple passports, and this government is very well aware of it. They're just using it. Okay, we will use this thing at pay down the line. At what cost? Look at what is happening at Sree Iyer said in the US. This guy is completely demeaning India, putting India down, creating a huge threat to India. I guarantee this, Dr. Swamy, the timing of the visit of Rahul, vis-a-vis the Prime Minister coming up in the next few weeks, a couple of weeks or 10 days, is just uncanny. I can guarantee you this, that the liberal media in this country is going to vilify Modi when he comes here. And I don't think, I'm pretty sure that the Democrat party in this country will not, lose this opportunity to say, Modi, you're just your hegemony and all those things. They're going to start humiliate him. This is guaranteed for sure, Dr. Swamy, because this is an agenda. They want to ensure that there is no BJP doesn't come back in 2024, and there is no better opportunity than this. The timing of Rahul Gandhi visiting America and Modi visiting in another 10 days is just not just coincidence, Dr. Swamy. It's an orchestrated ploy. That's my view.
Yes, Sree Iyer, any comments?
No, I agree fully with Ramesh. And see, today CNN said there were 16,000 deaths and 18,000 accidents in the railways in the past. They quoted something, but no actual reference. So CNN thinks that they can get away by making some statements like this. 16,000 people dying over railway accidents is a huge deal, Dr. Swamy. I mean, you and I will agree that this might be a bad accident, but this is one of the worst accidents ever that happened in India.
Yeah.
288 people dead and thousands still injured and recovering.
288.
288. Yes, 288. Because there is some downward correction, sir. They said that, see, what happened, unfortunately, is there were body parts. Limbs got severed from the body. It's really sad the way this thing has really played out. And anyway, so that's okay. We'll agree that 288 is the number. They're going down a little bit. The reason I'm thinking this is going to be the maximum, or maybe close to, because 3 bogies in one train and 2 bogies in the other train were the worst affected. The rest got derailed. I mean, you will have some injuries. You won't die because of this. That was the real direct impact, was 5 bogies. And interestingly, Dr. Swamy, the loco pilot of the Coromandel Express managed to survive.
Yeah.
So I have a theory, sir. I'll try to handle it this way. I have a theory. The stationary goods train is here, and this train went and is probably hit and went up. That's why
that's
he
what
escaped.
it is, Sree. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You could actually see the locomotive, the Coromandel Express engine, the electric, the engine thing on top of the goods train.
Yeah.
So
that's why he escaped. Yeah. So they are saying something that they know what happened. They know that there is a hint that there is a sabotage. That's all I think I want to say at this point of time. We have covered a little bit of ground on that. We'll wait for the government finding. But this is exactly what it is. You know, the New York Times, they have not had a good word to say about India in a long time. Washington Post.
Sree, I'll just pause you. There seems to be some audio disturbance from your end. Okay, your audio is choppy. Yeah, your audio is choppy. Can you switch it to another mic or something if possible? Because it's very choppy.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Because earlier also we had this issue. Dr. Swamy, you can go ahead while he corrects it. You can go ahead. Doctor.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that this whole exercise we are doing is to show that this family doesn't care a damn for Indian laws.
Absolutely.
And anytime anything says, they say, well, he's got a phobia, he's going after them, so on and so forth. But the thing is that how many things that we do bring out, there has to be some backup support from the government. Why is this not happening? Earlier on, I thought it was Jet Li, but Jet Li is gone. Then who's the new Jet Li, you see? Who is blocking it? Is it the Prime Minister himself? Or is it Mr. Amit Shah? These are the only 2 people. Because as far as the question of his citizenship in the British records, Rajnath did send a full letter asking him to reply within 3 weeks. And he said it's a very serious offense, etc., all that. And soon he was removed after the elections came that time. And after that, he was not removed, he was sent to a defense ministry. And since then, it's cold storage. How many times I've written to Mr. Amit Shah? He's not taking a call. They tell me I am with Congress. What ridiculous nonsense, you see. All these bugs and gandbugs, you see. I can't see, they must be mentally deranged, all of them. They're doing it for money or something, I don't know.
I think there's no qualification, Dr. Swamy, to be in...
That's right. So we have still got Arvind Chaturvedi to put Sree Iyer into a cauldron. Let me...
So Jagdish, you have some questions? Go ahead.
No, it is really nice to see Sree Iyer presenting videos and photos of event which Rahul Gandhi had attended, and all these events were not organized by Indians.
Arvind, your camera is off.
The video is off.
Not organized by Indians. And I had also tweeted earlier when Rahul was in the US about these notices sent to various masjids and where the pickup buses and transport was available for him to take. So all these things go to show that Rahul, while challenging Narendra Modi, has joined hands with people who are anti-India. And outside India, whenever he goes, he hobnobs with these people and tries to strengthen his hand, but actually he is actually weakening India. So I think अब समय आ गया है इस बात की पहचान करने का कि राहुल गांधी के नेतृत्व में कांग्रेस एक राष्ट्रद्रोह के रास्ते पर जा रही है. They are going against the Indian spirit and Indian interests, and therefore those people who are opposing Narendra Modi, those people who are opposing Narendra Modi should look for another alternative within BJP. That is the solution, and we are these people who are trying to align themselves with Congress under Rahul Gandhi, I think this is going to be disastrous for India if Rahul takes over the after Modi leaves.
Well, yeah, with the suggestion, but the thing is, Arvind, that we need to know, first of all, he said in a sworn statement to the court that he has been invited by Stanford University. Is that true or false?
Yeah. You punctured that. You punctured that by single tweet that he
Yes.
was invited in Stanford University in one particular hall, but the event was not organized by the university.
And it was paid for by the rent was paid for by that whatever that national.
Individuals.
Yeah.
No,
Individuals. Individuals.
Pitroda is also one of the accused in the national.
Satyanarayan Gangaram Pitroda, who's called Sam Pitroda.
Pitroda, and he's the one who's been picking up these bills here and there, and he's also, by the way, an accused in the national Herald case. Yeah, national Herald. And 𝙤𝙧𝙤𝙪𝙥𝙤 had to personally fly to Chicago to deliver it because he refused to take it on mail, the summons that we had sent. But going back, one of the things I would be placing before the same court is that because I have a responsibility, I am the complainant as well as the prosecutor in the National Herald case. And in that sense, I agreed to participate in. I originally said 1. I didn't even say 0. I said 1 year you can give the passport. Then they quoted Maran and not Maran, this RaGa and all these other people, and said they've got the thing. But because in each of them, the public prosecutor of the government of India did not oppose them getting 10. So I said, they're not opposed. And finally, I told the judge, I also get for 10 years. He also gets for 10 years. What's the difference between me and him? We are both criminals, or we are both innocent, or one of the two. And he certainly is not innocent because the court certified that he is prima facie guilty. All that remains is the statement of the accused that they are not guilty, and to then the judge to decide whether there's been enough material or not. So it's all a matter which is going to be concluded very quickly, provided the government doesn't block my getting the documents which they've been doing so far. So therefore, I think what we have to do is tell the Indian people, he said Stanford University. And maybe somebody from India might even write a letter to the president or the whatever is called the chairman of the Stanford University and say this is used. We just want to know whether it's okay with you. I think so. Universities normally take it very hard, and universities, when they organize a meeting, they call the students. The professor introduces them. It's a classroom. I mean, I've been to so many seminars. I know exactly what it means to be invited by a university. But this fellow gets some riffraffs and then they passes it off as a university. It only harms Stanford University.
Yes, indeed. You're right, Dr. Swamy. Go ahead.
Now, I'm sure Indians, people of Indian origin living in US will file such questions to the university and get a clarification and send it to us, and we'll surely display it or publicize it in the social media to PGurus and Virat Hindustan Sangam. I'm sure we will do it. But I have one thing to add, Dr. Swamy. Many of us have been campaigning against Rahul Gandhi and have been highlighting all this, what is going on during this US visit. But from the government side, hardly anything is done, whether it is citizenship issue or double passport issue or numerous other issues. The government is not taking a tough line. And I can tell our viewers that a question was filed, an RTI was filed by one Aman Pandey of Bihar to the government of India, saying on the notice issued by the then Home Minister's office or the department to Rahul Gandhi, what has been the action taken, and you'll be surprised, viewers, that our own government, which and their entire group which is now opposing this visit, they have been telling the RTI applicant that this type of information in the interest of the privacy of that individual, that is Rahul Gandhi, will not be furnished. So can you understand that one side all the 𝙒𝙧𝙤𝙤 and gun-bucks and the blind bucks are talking about Rahul Gandhi, but when Dr. Swamy files papers, gives ammunition to the government agencies, it is the government agencies, perhaps under instruction from their political bosses, are not even ready to disclose whether this notice has been served. Even I can tell viewers that some viewers on the Boston detention issue, some of the viewers had filed RTI or whatever the equivalent of RTI is in US, and the US government says if Rahul Gandhi consents, we don't mind furnishing that information. So what I'm trying to say is, these type of double standards, when Mr. Vajpayee tried to save Rahul Gandhi from the Boston airport detention and many other episodes, really raises a question mark on the sincerity of our government to pursue cases against Rahul Gandhi and not to create hurdles, and Dr. Swamy is pursuing these cases in the court. So this is just a type of clarification for the benefit of the viewers, because some of them think that it is the government is doing everything, it is Rahul Gandhi who is getting better off, but it is not so. It's the government also has been sleeping over these issues.
Yeah, just add to it.
This thing is called Noora Kushti in Hindi. Noora Kushti. Noora Kushti means the two sides are actually same. They are only for the public display, showing some kind of fight. So Rahul Gandhi opposing Modi and Modi opposing Rahul Gandhi, actually they are doing a Noora Kushti. And you have rightly said, it has been going on from Atal Bihari Vajpayee's time. That means the present setup of BJP is not anti-Congress. And present Congress is not anti-BJP, it is only a Noora Kushti which is going on. So people are being fooled. The voters of India are being fooled. They should look for an alternative for these people, characters who are doing this Noora Kushti.
I'm sure BJP has many competent leaders, so there is no need to look outside BJP. BJP has competent leaders who can lead the country and be more tough and more strict with this Gandhi family. I'm sure BJP has many such good leaders. There is no dearth of leadership in the BJP.
Yeah, I think you can integrate that with Arvind to say that that's what he means. He doesn't mean that.
Yeah, that's what I said actually. I said in so many words, people who are opposed to Narendra Modi, for whatever reason, including his incompetence, they should look for alternative leadership within BJP. And in this discussion, we have a person who belongs to BJP and provide leadership to this country. And I have no hesitation in saying Dr. Subramaniam Swamy is the person.
Oh, about that. See, I'll tell you one thing more to lots of congressmen are my friends because I have worked with Congress when Rajiv Gandhi was there, when Narasimha Rao was there. And we are friendly and they're openly, like you say, Jairam Ramesh, Jairam Ramesh or XYZ. There are large number of congressmen. I asked them this question that isn't there a problem for you to talk to me when you meet me in Parliament or in Central Hall or you come to my house where this police will report who came and so on. So they said no, because we are quite confident that you will not be able to do anything. Because there is a mutual so I said, what have you got on him that he can be persuaded? That I can't tell you on television, but one of these days when we meet, I'll tell you. It makes my hair stand on end what Congress knows about Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah. And that is probably the reason why they will not take any action. We got to force it through public opinion.
Ramesh, you are muted. You are muted, Ramesh.
Muted.
Sorry, okay. Quick, the very famous, infamous, or December 24th meeting. But anyway, taking a segue, a lot of the people within BJP think that Rahul Gandhi is their best campaign. I mean, they think it is a joke, but it's absolutely disgusting to say these kind of things. To say, oh, if Rahul Gandhi is that, BJP will. What kind of nonsense is that? You know, it's absolutely. And there is this guy who comes to the US, spreads canards, absolute hate against about and lies, blatant lies about our country, and you think that he's the best campaigner for Modi. It is you're really fishing at the bottom of the barrel, Dr. Swamy. This is scraping at the bottom of the barrel that somebody considers within BJP that Rahul Gandhi is the biggest campaigner for Modi. That's what.
That is BJP can win with the help of Rahul Gandhi. That's
Rahul Gandhi.
Shame, not because of our Hindutva, not because of our ideology, nothing of that kind. But it is because Rahul Gandhi will help us win the election.
I mean, even today, I mean, a lot of the, if you go to Twitter, Dr. Swamy, the so-called unbugs and the people who are on this IT cell payroll, this is a nonsense that they continue to spread. They say it is a joke. It is not. It shows how bad you are. In the sense, why do you even consider him a guy who's a crook who should be in jail, and you are keeping him out just because you want to win? What kind of hypocrisy is that? How is that even? I mean, how do you call that even moral in any aspect? I mean, there are so many. Good.
By the way, Vajpayee also used to say this about Sonia Gandhi, and you know what happened in 2000.
Yes.
I think we are running out of time.
Yes, we are running out of time. Yes, Dr. Swamy. Arvindji,
so it is actually, Dr. Picking up from what Dr. Swamy said at the end, it started with Atal Bihari Vajpayee. Atal Bihari Vajpayee wanted to remain leader, facing a weak opposition leader, and therefore he helped Sonia Gandhi. And Jagdish mentioned about the Boston issue. It was done by Atal Bihari Vajpayee deliberately so that Sonia Gandhi remains the Congress leader, and Rahul Gandhi takes over from her, and Vajpayee remains Prime Minister. Same legacy has been continued in BJP. Narendra Damodar Das Modi has also followed the same strategy. Weak Congress leader, they are patronizing weak Congress leader. They are helping weak Congress leader, though there is no reference just now to mention. But even that the Owaisi party, MIM, is also being held by the BJP. So they are creating the B teams of BJP in order to show that they are opposed to BJP, but they are not. They are feeding. The BJP is supporting Rahul Gandhi indirectly, I will say. And in this program, by the material which is provided by Mr. Sree Iyer, it has been proved beyond doubt that Rahul Gandhi is a character who is anti-Indian in nature, and he should be opposed with all forces. And therefore, we should look for an alternative, not under the leadership of Congress or Rahul Gandhi, but within the BJP, the Rashtravadi, the nationalistic alternative. If there is anything which has to emerge, it has to emerge from BJP, and therefore we must look for an alternative by not supporting Rahul Gandhi and getting a genuine leadership replacing Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi. And as I said earlier, maybe towards the winding up of this program, let me just say that we will go and appeal to the people of the BJP to find an alternative as early as possible before 2024. Viewers, thank you very much for supporting us. Sree Iyer has provided a very good material today. Dr. Swamy, of course, is beyond doubt every program that he brings in, and it is reflected in the kind of responses that we get from the viewers. In fact, large number of viewership we get because they believe and trust in leadership of Dr. Subramanian Swamy, who can provide an alternative leadership to the country. Thank you, Ramesh Swamiji. Thanks, Jagdish Shetty. Thanks, the technical team led by Ashish Shetty, Swaminathan, Gadgi Rakesh, Ishwar Iyer, Ajesh Mehta, Vishal Mehta, Ajesh Nair, and Vishal Mehta. Thank you very much. 198th episode will be meeting of Words of Wisdom will be meeting next Sunday, 11th of June. And till then, Namaskar, Jai Hind.
Jai Hind. Dhanyavad.